I watched K-pop Demon Hunters at 0.5x speed, and it almost ruined the entire movie. Because the second you slow it down, the background stops being background, the characters stop acting normal, and suddenly you start seeing things that were never meant for human eyes at regular speed. Tiny clues, hidden symbols, and one reveal so insane it changes everything you thought you knew about the story. All right, let's break down the soda pop performance. And trust me, there's a moment almost nobody catches, but once you do, you cannot unsee it. So, the Saja boys are sliding across the stage, handing out gifts to the kids. Cute, right? Well, if you look closely in the background, Romance literally taps Abby Saja on the butt. Yep, quick, sneaky, hilarious. One of those tiny blink and you miss it moments that makes you pause and go, wait, did that just happen? No! But hold on, it gets weirder. While they're dancing, there's a split second where their legs stretch freakishly long, like a surreal animation glitch straight out of a dream. Too fast for most viewers, but slow it down and you'll see it clearly. These little hidden details, cheeky gestures, animation quirks, turn an already entertaining performance into a treasure hunt. The more you watch, the more you realize. The Saja boys weren't just performing. They were hiding mini secrets in plain sight for the eagle-eyed fans. Honestly, noticing these tiny moments is half the fun. It makes every replay feel fresh, hilarious, and completely unpredictable. Remember the scene where Rumi, Mira, and Zoe visit the doctor to fix Rumi's voice? Everything looks like a normal hospital office, right? Except, it's not. If you pause and study the wall behind them, the photos aren't random decorations at all. They're portraits of the Saja boys, but not the demon versions. These are old photos. Human, normal, black hair, completely unsuspecting. You can spot Jinu, Abby, Romance, Mystery, and even Baby, all smiling like regular teens whose lives hadn't been swallowed by Gimma yet. It's the kind of detail you only notice on a rewatch, and suddenly the whole story feels a lot darker than anyone realized. And once you notice those photos, it opens a massive question nobody's talking about. What exactly was Healer Han's relationship with the Saja boys? Because if his office walls are basically a shrine to them, that means this wasn't some casual connection. He either knew them before everything went dark, or he was involved in ways the movie didn't dare spell out. Was he their doctor back when they were still human? Their mentor? Their caretaker? Or, and here's the really chilling thought, was he quietly tracking their condition as they slipped deeper into demonhood? That tiny background detail flips Healer Han from random side character to someone who's been in this story way longer than we realized. And if you look at it from an even darker angle, maybe his connection wasn't to the boys at all. Maybe it was to Guima, a thread the movie never tugged on, but absolutely could. Also in the soda pop performance, there's a little nugget that most people probably didn't catch. Mystery. Yes, the guy who literally never takes off his mask actually shows a tiny glimpse of his face during the soda pop performance. Blink, and you'll miss it. Seriously? It's there for like half a second, but it's enough to make you go, wait, did I just see that? Now, I'm almost certain this wasn't a mistake. It's classic teaser behavior, like the filmmakers are saying, don't worry folks, your mystery crush will eventually take off the mask. Maybe in the sequel. Maybe. We'll see. So buckle up because Mystery's full face reveal is definitely on the horizon. And yes, we'll all lose our minds when it happens. You remember the moment when the Saja boys are getting ready to rip out everyone's souls for Gimma? The whole city's watching the giant news screen on the skyscraper. And then boom, the broadcast glitches. But here's the part almost no one catches. If you slow it down, there's a single frame right before they hijack the feed. Just one blink. And in that blink, their faces, warp, not human, not idol perfect, demonic, twisted. Like their real forms slipped through the mask for half a second. It's so quick you'd swear you imagined it. But once you spot it, you can't unsee it. And suddenly, their whole soul-harvesting plan goes from villain move to nightmare fuel. And it gets even weirder.
No. How do you have patterns?
Now let's break down one of the most stunning hidden details in the entire movie. Something so small you only notice it if you really pay attention. Rumi's tears are never just tears. They're storytelling. When Zoe and Mira shut her out, she cries. But only from her right eye. Her human eye. That's the film telling us it's her human side that's hurting. The part of her that just wanted her friends to believe her. But when she runs to Celine later and breaks down again, the tear falls from her left eye. The demon eye. That's the wound you feel when your identity, the part you're scared to show, gets rejected. And then we reach the moment that rips the soul out of the room. When Jinu dies, both tears fall. Human and demon. Two halves of her finally breaking at the same time. It's not just grief. It's a girl whose entire being collapses. Every version of herself shattered in one breath. That's how much she loved him. Now here's a detail that slides past almost everyone. And once you notice it, it feels wrong in the best way. During the big performance scene, while the Saja boys are about to take the stage, the camera sweeps through the sea of fans. Looks normal, until you slow it down. Because in that crowd, there's a guy casually rocking a Guima t-shirt, and that makes zero sense. At this point in the story, nobody should know Guima's name, not the fans. Not the public. Definitely not some random dude who supposedly had time to design, print, and wear merch for a demon no one's even met yet. So what is it? A production slip-up? Or a breadcrumb the filmmakers dropped on purpose? Because knowing this movie, nothing is ever just an accident. And speaking of things hiding in plain sight, there's another detail almost everyone overlooks, and it's honestly one of the smartest world-building choices in the whole film. Look at the massive emblem behind the Saja boys during their performance. It's a lion, sure. Cool design, easy to ignore. But the meaning, way deeper. In older Korean usage, the word Saja can mean lion. But that same word, Saja, can also mean reaper. Suddenly, everything clicks. The long black outfits, reaper silhouettes the lion icon, their Saja identity, their entire performance aesthetic, a fusion of predator and soul stealer. That logo isn't just branding. It's a spoiler the movie hides right in front of your face. Once you catch it, the Saja boys stop looking like idols and start looking like a warning. All right, buckle up. Because this detail is so sneaky, it feels like the animators are trolling us. Remember that scene where fans are camping outside all night just to get Huntrix's autograph? Looks totally normal, right? Dedicated fans, blankets, shivering, classic idol culture. But slow it down. Because hidden right in that crowd, stuffed inside those sleeping bags like knockoff burritos, are the Saja boys themselves. Yup! They literally camped out all night with the fans, blending in, watching, waiting. Biggest fans? More like biggest stalkers. Honestly, no wonder they looked exhausted later. They pulled an all-nighter before attempting world-ending chaos. Now here's another blink-and-you-miss-it moment that no one ever talks about. When we see Zoe in high school scribbling in her notebook, the scene plays like a normal teen moment. Writing lyrics, daydreaming, minding her business. But hit pause and actually read what she's writing. Those lyrics? They're Takedown. The exact song she performs years later. Meaning the movie quietly shows us she didn't just sing that song. She wrote it, lived it, carried it long before she ever stepped on stage. It's destiny on paper. Tiny details like these prove K-pop Demon Hunters was built with layers on layers. Even throwaway scenes are secretly stitching the whole story together. If you know where to look. Okay, now don't pretend you're shy. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss the final reveal, because this one is the crown jewel. I'll even give you a second. Now watch this. During Hunrix's performance, everyone thinks the background is just flashy stage decor. But if you freeze it for literally one frame, the whole meaning of the scene flips. That backdrop is actually a recreation of Ilwol Obongdo, one of Korea's most iconic royal paintings. And here's where it gets wild. That artwork wasn't just decoration in history. It was a symbol of the throne itself. Only kings and queens performed in front of it. So when Hunrix steps onto that stage, the movie isn't just giving us a cool concert. It's quietly declaring they're not trying to become queens. They already are. The crown isn't put on them. They wear it. And now that you've seen this, You're officially in the I Catch Details No One Else Does club. Before you go, drop a like, hit subscribe, and dive into the other videos. Trust me, the next breakdown will make this one look subtle.